It's time for Tiger Talk with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby live on the Neville Tiger Network. Tiger Talk's presented by Parker Alexander Law, Family Solutions, Go Family Health, Sonic on North 18th, Tenori's on Louisville, Martinez Chiropractic, James Machine Works, Mama DeLuca's Pizza, Origin Bank, David's Mobile Detail, Nuke's Eatery, 3B Equipment Rental, Neela Title Company, The Levy Grill, Liz McQueen, John Ray Realty, and Jeffrey Angelo. Now, let's head to Melvyn's Restaurant as we catch up with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Tiger Talk. We are live at Melvyn's Restaurant here on Oliver Road in Monroe, and Coach, we're still doing Tiger Talk. That means we're still sliding right there in the playoff bracket. A hard-fought win versus the Carencro Bears last Friday night on the road. The Tigers coming out victorious 19-15, and was not your typical second-round football game, Coach.
No, it wasn't. We knew that going in. Carencro's a very good football team, very physical football team, and they played lights out against us the other night. Their record did not show how good they were at all. They played a very tough schedule and, had some injuries in some skill positions, but they had every offense and every defensive lineman healthy.
Yeah, they did.
And linebackers and tight ends. So, and that's where the game was going to be won, and we knew that. And our kids came ready to play and played very physical on both sides of the ball. And, I thought our defense was lights out again the other night. And, we got a little boost there in the second half a little bit.
We had
Will popping back in there. But, honestly, our guys were doing pretty dang good all night.
Yeah.
It was just a physical game, and we were having to live with 3 or 4 yards of play instead of a big game.
Well, Carencro's a tough place to play. The Tigers –
they're moving to 5A.
They are moving to 5A. But the Carencro Bears program, the defending state champs, they show up they get the 18 seed, and if you looked at the 5 of their losses, 4 of them were within 3 points or less. And the other loss came to Brother Martin. I believe that was right after they had the injury to their quarterback, so that the record was a little bit deceiving. And that defensive line was big, and they were tough to run on. And then you gave them a gift there early gave them a quick score. And really, if you think about it, the way I see it, if that doesn't happen, it might be a whole different story. But it kept them in the ball game, and a team like that controls the football. We were talking there after the game over this week that y'all might have ran, I don't know if I got the total number, but it only seemed like you might have ran 35, 36 plays maybe.
30, I think it was 31.
31, okay,
31
so we
plays.
were high, out of that. So not too many opportunities when you face a team like Carencro.
Well, and we both pretty much run the football, so the clock is nonstop ticking. Yeah. And so, the first half, we scored 1 out of, 4 times, 5 times? About 4 times we had the ball. I think we had it total of 7 times.
Scored
we fumbled. Punted twice and scored 3 times. So,
that's right.
And so, we were pretty good with the football.
And that's throughout the whole game.
That's the whole game.
That's right.
And so, when we fumbled there, I knew that was a possession that we just let slip away, at least running the clock down, 3 or 4 plays at a time. And, it was a mishap. It happens, and at the very beginning you start thinking, oh, God, here comes last year again because of where we're playing, who we're playing. And just the way the atmosphere was down there. And but we battled through it, and then we didn't get shook up at all. The kids were, confident. They went on and punched the end, made it 8-0, and then we came right back
the fumble,
down.
they get the ball on the 8-yard line. It kind of got kicked a little bit, get a break right there, and it was tough to stop them. I thought the defense did a heck of a job. No big plays from Carencro. Right. It was just doing what they do. They had to earn it, and it took some long drives and things. They only scored one more touchdown on a long drive. I think it was about an 8.5-minute drive.
It was 19 plays. They got 7 first downs.
Exactly.
So, they were getting 3 a pop, So, I thought, defensively, again, they were outstanding, and we're going to have another effort out of them this week. But, I thought we played a tough physical game, and we came out on top, and we're moving on. And I'm not
And
there's no such thing as an ugly win in the playoffs.
Ugly win in the playoffs. No, there's not. 19-15 was the final. We'll get to the highlights here in just a second, but I do know that you probably want to recognize. I mean, when we got down there, the fans and the support that showed up all the way down there in Lafayette. I mean, there was a packed house on our side of the stands, and it looked like a Neville home game.
Oh, it did, without a doubt. When we walked in, we got there a little early, and so we went out on the field, practice, and did our warm-up thing, and then we came back in behind the stands on one side where everybody else was coming in on the other side. So you really couldn't gauge, how many people were there. Well, we walk out and turn and look up in the stands as we're coming out of the side. I was like, wow, this is packed. There's not a seat left on our side.
Yeah.
And then you look across the way, and it's about a third full over there, And,
yeah.
And so, which, I know a lot of their people were in the end zone down there cooking and all that stuff. But, I was just overwhelmed with the support that we had down there. And just you could hear the crowd all night long. And it's just you just can't beat a road game as a Neville Tiger with the support that you have.
Yeah, and it definitely the Neville Nation turned out strong down in Carencro, Louisiana. Coach, let's go through some of these highlights. You talked about a fast game, and most of these highlights are defensive stops.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start it off here with a defensive stop, and this is Blackson. A couple of fumbles early that you weren't able to get.
Yeah, well, we tried to scoop that. Dubose tried to scoop it, and I believe if he had got it, he'd have been gone. But, we didn't scoop it, and then it went out of bounds, and so they got the ball back. And, we ended up holding them there, but it was one of those fumbles that would have gotten back the other turnover we had early in the game.
Yeah, you have that. And then A.J. right after that with a big, tough run here after Carencro goes up. And
well, I tell you, he just broke tackles all night long, and then – our offensive line was giving him some small holes this week, but that was caused by the defense of Carencro. Usually there's some gaping holes in there. This week he was hitting it, getting real skinny in the line of scrimmage, and then popping it out there and breaking a couple of tackles.
Here's Anichi Sledge and Griffin McGee. Sledge forced him back, and Griffin finished him. A nice tackle for loss there.
Yeah, Anichi, you just beat it across the face of the guard there and clipped his feet and hit and finished him off.
And then we move on after that. I mean, it's already the second quarter. I remember looking at my watch and going, it's 7:25, I think, and we're in the second quarter. You guys are down 8-0 there, and then Dubose forces another fumble right here.
Right. Good job of Jalen Blackson right there, and then Dubose comes in and forces the fumble or gets the fumble there, and January is right there helping him out.
Yeah, right there. Another one that Carencro fell on, you will get to the one turnover you got here later on in these highlights, but that was the case. I mean, this was a kind of a heavyweight fight between your two defenses, and the only big plays, two big plays given up in the whole game were fortunately ours for y'all, and we're going to get to those here in a second. Here's Kendall January. You mentioned him coming in there. He had a heck of a game. Right. And here's a nice stop. I mean, just a tough tackle.
He fights off the big tight end there and beats him on the short side and ends up making a good play out of it. But, we had Tigers in the right place pretty much all night. We missed the line just a little bit at some points, but got them lined up as the game went along, and they just played extremely hard.
Yeah, and then Fobbs White, one of our players of the week.
He had a great game.
Man, he had a great game, and he was in the backfield all night.
Yeah, him and Griffin right there both beat their blocks and would have, got a 3-yard loss on that.
And then with about 2:13 left in the half, here's the little lightning bolt strikes here. You've been waiting for a hole, and then you got one.
Yep, and that's a great job of Logan Smith right there. Finally got his hands on the Mike linebacker.
Yeah,
he'd been in trouble all night long, and we drew one up and popped it for a pretty big play earlier. I think that was the play you showed earlier, and then we turned around the second quarter and hit it coming back, and we popped it for a touchdown.
A 75-yard touchdown. AJ finishes with around 188 yards, I believe, on the ground, and a couple of touchdowns. That got you back into it and gets you to halftime. It's 8-6 at half. And what are you telling your guys at halftime?
Well, we were so close on a bunch of plays, and against a defense like that, you just got to be really patient. And the one thing Coach Johnson came over and goes, we can't get impatient. We're real close to busting a couple, and we just grinded it the whole game, and finally we popped a couple when we get a good run out of AJ here in a few minutes. But you know, Brett pops a long one here in just a minute, and it was just the patience of our offense. I thought Coach Burt called a great game the other night, and our kids just executed as well as possible.
Well, you talk about you played that entire first half without your All-American left tackle, Will Campbell, kind of holding out. I mean, having a little dealing with a little injury, and then you heard some stuff. I mean, we saw it kind of over in the crowd, and it was almost Willis Reed type stuff. And there was some good interviews that he did with Aaron and them. But I mean, explaining that, and then real fast.
I didn't have a clue.
You had no clue what was going on, and neither did we. A couple of people were live streaming. People were like, I was getting texts like, I think Will's warming up. What's going on? Anyway. You get back in the second half. You get the football. He doesn't go in on that first deal, and then with 8:52 here in the third, this is Karen Crow's first possession. I believe Blackston with a pick right here, and this is just a nice.
He breaks on the ball. The guy under threw him just a little bit, but I mean he had great coverage on him, and I think that was the same play that hit us on last year. The only pass they threw last year was that play right there. And
trying to release that tight end. I mean, a very good tight end there. Mm-hmm. And then right after that, that's when y'all come back out on the field, and here's Will enters the game, and AJ with a nice big run here. Thought he could have outran the safety there, and he just –
I think he was getting close to that sideline and looked to try to cut it back and make him miss. But, they do a really good job of tackling. They've done as good a job as anybody tackling AJ all year. So, it's just a good play right behind. We just cut it all the way back behind Will and Kane Day over there.
Well, you went to the power package. I saw you move Hurd and Will there to the left side. And after that play, you finish this drive off with another 5-yard A.J. Allen touchdown right here.
Yeah, we put big boys on the same side and punch it on in the end zone. That's we've used that this year a little bit here and there, short yardage when we needed it the most. And the other night we definitely needed it, and they did a great job. And A.J. just got right in behind them and scored.
You go for 2 there, you don't get it. I think you missed a field. I still don't see how that point after missed after the first touchdown. It looked good from every angle. I don't know which way it was, but either way, the first touchdown point after was missed. You go for 2 right there, and just missed AJ there in the flat. Yeah. So it's 12-8, 8 minutes to go. I believe is kind of where we're.
Is that when it was?
8 minutes to go in the third quarter. In the third quarter. Then Karen Crow has the drive.
It's the drive. 19 plays, 8 minutes long.
And I think they scored like just a few seconds into the fourth quarter, I believe, and they go up 15-12, and then here you go. You get the football back, and then Brett Batterford. This was just a good read at the perfect time. I think we talked about it was setting this play up. Right. From the beginning of the game. He just finally got to that point.
He made a bad read. I think it was in the second quarter. We were going to the direction in which we scored the touchdown here, so it must have been the second quarter. But he missed a read, and they tackled A.J. for a loss. And, we talked about it at halftime. We're going to come back to this play at some point, so make sure we get a good read out of it. And we called it right here. And
here it is.
He pops in there. Everybody's gone chasing A.J., and there he goes. And does a real good job. Aaron Jackson does a great job not blocking in the back there, and he got in front of that corner. And then Brett walks in the end zone with him. I mean, that's a good read.
Yeah, 75-yard touchdown. You're right. He outruns everybody. That puts you up after the extra point 19-15, and then it's I hate to say hold on for dear life, but, I mean, it looked like – I think they got 3 fourth-down conversions on this drive there at the end of the deal, and you had them backed up 3rd and 12, 4th and 12, and then they had a miracle throw that the kid makes, and then at the end, I mean, they're down at the 25-yard line, but I mean, it's defense here that kind of keeps you in it. I don't think this is the last one. I think this is the second to last drive, but here's, I believe, Hinden. No, that's D'Angelo Woods with the tackle for loss.
He had a good game the other night too. He beat his man quite a bit on the inside. If they ran at him, then he made the play. So just proud of the way he's played. He's really come a long way this year. On this last drive, before we get into it, the one thing I kept watching was the clock.
Yeah.
We're watching the clock because, one, they don't throw it very well.
Yes.
So they've got to run it. So if we're just giving them 2 and 3 yards a pop,
Yes.
it's just rolling the clock. So that's, I was really watching the clock, making sure we used our timeouts if we needed them, that kind of thing.
It was. Robert and I were talking about that in the booth and trying to say this is a team that can't score quickly. I mean, that's what your defense did. You made them earn every yard, and that's just with size like they had, it's hard for them to a 3-yard, 4-yard stop is a good defensive play.
Oh, yeah, especially that time.
But if you get them for 3.5, 4 yards, they're going to might get some first downs. You had them back deep in there, and it was because of plays like this. Here's Hinton Roberts coming in with a nice tackle for a loss here on that. Yeah. You see with 3 minutes to go here. And
just a great read. He's reading it.
Yeah.
Either center of the guard there and,
Yeah, 2nd and 9 there. It ends up being about 3rd and 12. It gets to be 4th and 11, and then they have I think this is what was it? They get the pass right there afterwards. On 4th and, I believe, 11 in midfield. The kid, the rumor had it, that kid that caught that pass showed up about 2 weeks ago. He's a basketball player. They needed a receiver.
Wow.
He makes that catch, and it was a heck of a catch, heck of a play. And then they get another set of downs, and then they try the reverse to try to kind of catch y'all napping, and the Tiger defense wasn't.
No, we weren't. It was one of those deals where we've seen this quite a few times on film, and they stayed at home, and of course there's Jalen Blackston, and
ball comes out there, and we thought that might have been a fumble.
Yeah,
but
called him down.
They called him down. Either way, he kept it. It's like it just kept going tick, 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 tick. You're going through here, and then here's your 4th and 12 play. That this one is what got the coaches from Karen Crow a little fired up. But I mean, that was
it's a great defensive play by Zay Straughter there.
That was the same receiver trying to post up against Zay, and Zay was right there, and there was no pushing, there's no nothing. It just looked like it was good position. Ball's a little bit overthrown. But there wasn't anything to do about it, and it cost them about. I've never seen that many back-to-back penalties there.
Quite a few.
I think it was 3.
Coach got upset a little bit, but
he did.
I just didn't think it was. I thought it was a good, clean play, and the best part about that, I'm standing there talking to Coach Collins, like, what do we have called here? And he said they shouldn't get this off. And he had to throw it quick because I believe it was Hinton Roberts right there in his face.
That's right.
Just a good call. Thank goodness he had to rush it.
Yeah.
But it was a great play of our defense, a great job of holding them out, and we knelt on it and ended the game. And
nothing, I'm not meaning to talk any down about their coaches or anything else, because that was just that game was tense from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
It was tense from the get-go, and you have a play like that, coach gets out there. It doesn't really matter. He can have 100 yards of penalties. You're going to kneel it because they were out of timeouts. There was nothing they could do. They did try to do a few things there at the end that I'm sure it wasn't coached to do.
No.
But either way, you kneel it out. Here's the victory, the last snap of the football game. We did replay the last snap. Went to the shotgun to do that last snap after that first deal. Tried to underneath, but you kneel it out. You move on. You come home safe and live to play another day.
Oh yeah. It's a great effort by our guys. Our coach staff did a great job calling plays, calling defenses, and it's just one of those tough road victories you get, in the playoffs. And it just reminded me of going down to Bro Bridge, back, 10 years ago or so, and playing one of those slobber knockers. It's just a knockdown, drag out the whole game, and we just ended up on the good end of the stick, and we get to move forward.
Well, it's been a while since the Tigers have been tested. Good that they were there in the second round. They come out victorious 19-15 over the defending state champs in the Karen Crow Bears. Cecilia, the Bulldogs, same area.
15 miles.
15 miles from Karen Crow. They're going to come up to Bill Ruppel Stadium this Friday night, but still playing football. Got a Thanksgiving pep rally I think
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. It's been, I can't tell you what is it, 2010, I think the last time we hadn't had a Thanksgiving pep rally. Maybe. Yeah. It might be longer than that. Either way, that's 6 o'clock tomorrow night, so finish your turkey and get ready for that. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more, give you a little background on these Cecilia Bulldogs coming up in our last segment. But before we do that, we've got a couple of players to talk to. I believe Brady Menzina is here. Brady Menzina and Tommaso Polverari.
Glad you said that.
Your kicker that is a foreign exchange student. So excited to talk to both of them. We also will talk with Neville Student Body President Walt Sartor in the third deal. He's kind of the leader of the jungle, the student section.
Student section. Been awesome all year long.
And done a great job. We're going to talk to him about that and a whole lot more. So stay tuned with us here on Tiger Talk. We'll be back after these messages.
Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
Cartown is your used car giants, and we're scooping up the best vehicles around, bringing them home to you. Shop online at usedcargiants.com and buy with one click. Cartown, at the foot of the Louisville Bridge.
My name's Nicole, and I chose Neela Dental. I chose them because of the IV sedation that they offered. I'm so less anxious about having anything done now. You can have a lot of work done at one time. You don't have to worry about the pain or the numbing or the drilling or anything like that. It's been a blessing. They actually care about what they do, and they want you to be confident. I've been to like 2 or 3 different dentists. It's like, seriously, I really like Neela. Start smiling today.
You told me one click.
You told me one call.
You told me you'll get it done.
I called.
But never got you.
Instead, I was handed off to someone else.
In fact, I never even met you.
Are you even for real?
Don't be misled. If you've been injured, you deserve to meet with the actual attorney you saw on TV.
At Parker Alexander, you'll meet with me.
Or me.
We'll fight to get the money you deserve.
Remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you. And that's for real.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, everybody, welcome back into Tiger Talk. We have traded Coach Tannehill for a couple of his players as we welcome Brady Menzina, Tommaso Polverari to Tiger Talk. Guys, glad you could make it here on Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so Brady, I'll start with you, man. Wide receiver coming in this year. How's things going? I mean, how's the Neville experience?
Going great. Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, enjoy it with your guys. You've got Gibson out there, as well as Aaron and you guys. Now, Neville runs the football a lot.
Yes, sir.
And what I've noticed for both of y'all, I mean, we've integrated you into the offense a little bit with some, forward, type slip screen type deals. But what I'm very impressed on is how you guys block downfield. I mean, there's a lot of runs. AJ gets a lot of the credit, but a lot of credit goes to you guys going down there and getting physical down in the back end. Talk about being able to take care of that for some of those guys.
It's really just running them off the ball, and then whenever they turn around and try to find AJ, just engaging them and staying on them so he can get past them.
Yeah, it doesn't take him long to get past them. You
don't
have to engage him like
1 or 2 seconds.
Now, Tommaso, tell me about this, man. You come to America doing a exchange student, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're out there kicking soccer balls, and like, hey, try to kick this. How did it go?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't want really to play football when first I got here, because I was going to miss the like 3 months of soccer season. So I didn't really want. Then after like my first experience in my first football
first game,
yeah, I was like, no, I need to play. I want to play. Yeah, I fell in love with football, and so I started to kick, and I did it pretty good. So.
Yeah, no, look, it's been impressive watching you progress in that. I mean, was that the first time you've ever tried to kick a football?
Yes, sir.
It was, a few months ago? Look, and you're not going to miss that much soccer. There's just a couple, just a few games. It doesn't get really mean. I mean, and it doesn't get deep into soccer until after football season. So it's not that much. And I know you're a very talented soccer player. At least that's what we hear. We'll see it here on the network. We'll be able to watch it. But now, I saw you. One of the best things. I want to ask you your favorite part, and I think I might know. But that onside kick you did in the first playoff game, how'd that go?
I mean, I was so excited. I was waiting that kick for like 4 games. And then when Coach Campbell told me, you have to do this onside kick, I was, and then I started to run. I don't know if you saw that, but I started to run because I wanted to score a touchdown. I don't know. Yeah. And then I saw 3 players on me, and then
that was it, going down. Well, hey, it was a heck of a kick. You've been doing a great job kicking off. I mean, those touchbacks are very important in high school because you can't run them out. All right, so Brady, let's talk about your deal. Were you and your former life? You were kind of, I say a former life, but I mean you were playing a little quarterback, right?
Yes, sir. I played quarterback for a year,
and then you come to Neville, and now we talk about wide receiver. Anything outside of that? I mean, you got any special deals? I mean, that
I've played receiver before.
Yeah.
Also played quarterback, so it wasn't just like a full transition. Just kind of going back to it.
I got you. So, talk about maybe playing in a bigger division than, because you formerly was it 1A?
Yes, sir.
And you come into 4A. What any differences that you
just
see?
Just a bigger crowd, really, and there's going to be a couple of special athletes like AJ, Will, a couple of those guys. That's really the main differences.
Yeah. So, catching. I mean, you've gotten. Let's see. You back there. You catch. You're receiving punts and everything.
Yes,
sir. Have you done that in the past?
I have not. This is my first year doing that.
Well, you do a dang good job at it. That's one of the hardest things, especially in high school. Punters aren't consistent.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
you never know where it's going.
You never know where it's going. But you're doing a good job covering that up and had some nice returns.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Still looking to break one?
Trying my best.
You don't get a chance to return that many.
A lot of these teams have good cover teams, so sometimes you just got to fair catch it.
Well, getting Tom, let's go back to you, man. You kicked what did you have? I think it was like a 41-yard field goal.
Was 38.
38.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a fishing story, man. Next week it needs to be a 55-yarder. Okay, but no, a 38-yard field goal. So you've scored points. Anything else you looking to accomplish on the football field this year in the next few games?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to kick more field goals. And also try some extra points, but it's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Briard's been doing it, and he does a great job. And what you bring to the team is your contribution is needed, being able to get that strong leg into the end zone right there. But yeah, you've scored some points. You need to get down there, and I'm sure Coach Tannehill is going to get me on this. But you make a tackle on a, if you do clip one a little bit short, you need to go down there and light somebody up. Okay.
Yeah, I did once in a JV game.
Yeah.
And
I did see that.
Yeah.
Now you got you hit somebody. What was it? Yeah, I think that was a couple of weeks ago, maybe in the Minden game or the last game of the season. I forgot where you. No, you just got spun around. You didn't lay a lick on anybody. Brady, defense, man. I mean, have you got any?
I've played defense maybe 1 year, not much. My freshman year a little bit, but not really much at all.
Not really much at all.
Yes, sir.
Now, do y'all have? As we kind of wrap this up, we talked to you, big Thanksgiving plans?
Yes, sir. Just going to my grandparents to eat with my family.
All right, good. Tom, I mean,
Nah, no big plans.
No big plans?
No big plans.
Well, glad you're enjoying your time
yes, sir.
here in the States, man. Well, we're glad to have you. We're glad to have both of you guys here at Neville High School. And we look forward to, seeing y'all for a couple more games.
Yes, sir.
Got a few more games. We're in the quarters, a couple more. It'd be nice to be having this conversation in a couple weeks down in New Orleans.
Yes, sir, no doubt.
We can't look past Cecilia's good football team, so we'll check in that. Congratulations to both of you on your successes up to this point, and looking forward to seeing what else y'all got in store for us over the next couple of weeks. All right? Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, round of applause to Masso and Brady here on Tiger Talk. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Neville Student Body President and the host of our Senior Spotlights at halftime on the Neville Tiger Network, Walt Sartor. So stay tuned for that. We're live from Melvin's. This is Tiger Talk. We'll be right back.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nuke's, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nuke's Eatery.
I'm Matt Dickerson, and I'm a satisfied 3B equipment rental customer. So I called Matt because we were trying to get our plots together for dove season. He brought this equipment out to us, dropped it off, unloaded it for us, and really made the whole process very easy. I know Matt does real well in the service department, and through some other rental experiences we've had with him, the tractor that he dropped off for us was in brand new condition. Everything was in good shape. It's good to know that you can count on equipment when he drops it off. I'd highly recommend Matt Bridges and 3B Outdoors for all your equipment rental needs.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see him in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tiger Talk. We are live from Melvin's as we are every Wednesday night during football season, and we're in quarterfinals week, Turkey Day edition of Tiger Talk, and we've now joined by Neville Student Body President Walt Sartor. Walt, man, welcome to Tiger Talk.
Glad to be here.
You might know him from his senior spotlights. He's been doing a great job for us on the network, and he has his halftime, I guess, segments.
Halftime segments, yes, sir.
Yeah, so you've definitely done that, and also, I guess, the self-imposed leader of the jungle.
That's right. Got to get the jungle going for those boys on the field.
And you've done a great job ever since, I guess, you're installed as a student body president.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
It's not going unnoticed, and being able. I mean, that's you and you're a couple of guys, not just you, but everybody. The renewed interest in that in the student section has really gotten things making it a little bit livelier down there in the north end zone.
Yeah, especially just come back from COVID. We really you don't have something for a while, and you take having a student section for granted. And then now, we're back this year, fully back. It's been great to be back down in that end zone and, support the guys on the field.
Well, you've got themes every week. You've definitely get the word out. What's the theme this week?
Theme's Christmas. Wear your ugly Christmas sweater in the jungle if you're watching.
Got that. So.
And maybe a Santa hat, too. I think it's going to be pretty cold. So.
It is going to be. It is going to be a little cool. Got a front moving in.
That's right.
I know you were hunting. Thank you for getting out of the deer stand.
Yeah, I got the text about 5.
Yeah, I know. We're always Johnny on the spot, but I guess hopefully it'll bring something down here, some ducks, some rain, some water, anything, because I know you like to do that. So talk about this year as student body president. I mean, I guess when you run, what were you trying to accomplish there? That first year after COVID, this has been hard on a lot of people last year, coming back in and getting kind of help maybe just renew the spirit.
Right, yeah, exactly. So like I said with COVID earlier, we weren't able to have access to a lot of things that we do now. And we realized, like I said earlier, we took a lot of those things for granted. So mainly my main thing is just try and get everybody involved, whether it's the student section, any of those things. Just being, everyone's a Tiger. That's my thing. Yeah. Everyone's a Tiger. And just go to the games, make new friends at the games.
Yeah. Get everybody involved.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Well, now, last year you helped us out on the network,
right, yes,
doing
sir.
stats and doing our halftime stuff, and then that kind of led to a few other things. You did a few soccer games, a baseball game or two. We are looking forward to you doing some soccer games.
Right.
I think.
That's in the near future.
That's
sure.
coming.
Right.
That's coming. And all that as you kind of close out your senior year. So look forward to seeing Walt on broadcasting some stuff, doing some play-by-play.
Some soccer, some baseball.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe even some softball.
Hey, whatever. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We don't just stop with football. I mean, we keep going. Maybe we could get like a wrestling team or something. You could do that.
Broadcast the fishing team.
Fishing tournament.
Yeah,
I mean, you play golf,
right.
Neville. Looking forward to a successful golf team.
Yes, sir.
And I'm still trying to figure out a way to do that.
It'd involve a lot of money for new cameras and.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's the thing.
I'm sure you can come up with some type of segment.
Right.
To some recaps for you guys.
Some highlights.
You can't have your phones on the golf course. What's the rules?
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty frowned upon in tournaments.
That's right.
But, actually, last year they have the live scoring now.
So you got to pull them out and do that.
Yeah, so it's become more of a, okay thing to do during a tournament.
If you don't know, Walt's not a bad golfer. As you still hadn't squared off with me yet. You've been dodging me for years.
Dodging you? Come on now. You've been dodging me.
I have been dodging a lot of people. I hadn't played in a long time.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to getting back out there. So we will have that battle.
Okay, yeah.
This year.
We could put it on the network.
We maybe it'd be like a Tiger and Phil type deal, but a whole lot less talented golfer.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. But no.
We're no Tiger, no Phil.
No.
By any means.
You're a lot closer to that than I am. So, but look, you've got golf coming up. We've got soccer kind of already started.
Basketball's
starting. I think we'll do our first basketball game next week on the 30th, I believe. Soccer's home games. What y'all got? One next. I'm looking at you. You got like a couple that coming up in December, but it really don't get it deep into the schedule until after football. So we've got that now. I after last year we thought when we started this year to kind of come up with doing something. To spotlight some of the seniors.
Right.
And you've come up with some some pretty good ideas. I mean, you've gotten it's been good. Talk about maybe the process of trying to come up with that stuff.
Yeah, so the majority of them have been just sit-down interviews, because I'm a procrastinator and didn't really quite plan out perfectly.
You're an 18-year-old,
right.
senior. Yeah, I got it.
And but no, so the one with Dubos was a lot of fun. I ran routes on him. That was fun. Talked some trash, obviously, which
you shouldn't do.
Yeah, no. And then kicked some PATs with Briard. That's by far the best one, I think.
That was a good one.
Because it's really funny because I'm really bad at kicking.
Mm-hmm.
But I did make a few. And the best part about that segment, though, is getting Mr. Hanks out there, and he's out there drilling 30-yarders and dress shoes. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to one where you get the defensive line and you can go maybe a one-on-one with Anichi or Fobbs or something like that.
Anichi, I think this week I'm doing Hinden, and then hopefully next week probably be Anichi Sledge. So
that'd be good. That's what I'm saying. We're going to get you some pads. We've got them. And we're going to put the pads out.
Right.
Here you go. We're going to have somebody with the ball.
Anichi, if you're watching this, just take it easy on me next week.
Take it easy on you. Well, look, man, I really appreciate getting that stuff going. I'm hoping that we'll keep it going throughout the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe after that we get into softball and baseball and soccer and highlight a few people.
There's definitely
every couple weeks.
Yeah, there's definitely some great athletes around the school that aren't involved in football. So definitely keep that going with soccer, basketball, baseball, stuff like that.
Exactly. So we're going to be looking for some more stuff. All right, plans for the future. I mean, it's your last year at Neville.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, you look up,
scary.
And it's gone.
I know. It definitely flew by. Still trying to figure out if I want to play golf in college. Maybe just go to college just for academics. Might go play somewhere small for golf, and major in business somewhere. That's what my mom wants me to do.
That's what your mom wants you to do.
But no, yeah, that is what I want to do though. I definitely want to somewhere down the road start my own business and work for myself.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's not a bad plan. We like everybody else, man. You've been doing a great job. We appreciate the contributions to the network.
Of course.
Look forward to whatever y'all can come up with in the student section. Keep it rowdy for this week and hopefully for a couple of more weeks. It's going to be interesting.
That's right.
And it's not just at football, guys. I mean, they were at the volleyball games. They're going to be at the basketball games. They're going to be at the soccer matches at the pitch.
That's right.
See, I'm learning right there. At the baseball and softball games. So we're looking forward to seeing those guys and gals in the jungle for the rest of the school year. So great job, man. We
yes, sir.
enjoyed
really
talking with you.
it.
All right, everybody. Walt Sartor, student body president. We're glad to have him stop by here on Tiger Talk. When we return, we'll get Coach Tannehill back here in the hot seat. We're going to talk about this Friday night's contest between Cecilia and Neville. The Bulldogs, Tigers, I don't believe have ever met. So we'll see how that deal goes. So that and a whole lot more. Now we've got Players of the Week to get to, so stay tuned right here on Tiger Talk. We'll be right back.
Let Tenori's Own Louisville help you with your special gift needs. Offering a wide variety of products to make any Tiger happy. Go visit Tenori's, located at 801 Louisville Avenue, or give them a call at 318-325-4100. That's Tenori's on Louisville.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizza, 9, 12, or 14 inch. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Hey Neville Tiger Nation, this season if you find yourself feeling a little under the weather, visit Go Family Health on North 18th Street. They cover flu shots, sports physicals, sick visits, annual visits, or if nothing is wrong, they can do your regular checkup. Go Family Health has a happy staff, clean office, and they can take care of all your family's healthcare needs.
This is Tiffany Terra with Go Family Health. We love our Neville Tigers, and we want to thank all of Neville Nation for always supporting Go Family Health.
Eason Portable Buildings is now Eason Manufacturing. New name, same quality service with almost 60 years experience serving the ArkLaMiss. And with Eason Manufacturing, quality is second to none. Buy pre-made from one of our mini lots or custom order yours today. Choose your colors, choose your size. You design it, we build it. Eason Manufacturing, serving the ArkLaMiss since 1961.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, there you go, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to our final segment here on Tiger Talk. And I really enjoyed our guests. We had Tommaso Polverari and Brady Menzina alongside, and then in between them in this segment, we had Walt Sartor joining us. And now,
fine young man right there. Great student body president.
They've doing
a tremendous job.
All those guys. I mean, you see them in the end zone. I mean, your student section's packed. You've got not only, and I mentioned that, not only in football, but in they were at the volleyball games all year.
Yep.
They're going to be at the basketball games. I mean, they definitely, he's done a great job of kind of, he was almost just the right guy at the right time post-COVID to kind of bring a little bit of the passion back.
Tremendous. Not a bad golfer either.
He's not. I told him, I did remind him he's yet to beat me, but I haven't played him in a while. So
he has beaten me.
Yeah.
But he does a great job, and those guys have done a great job getting everybody together in our end zone and during the ball games. And you just don't understand if you're not out there. Those kids love those students, those other guys and girls, cheered them on in the end zone, and it just makes the game atmosphere that much better.
It is. The Friday nights at the Bill have definitely ramped up a notch here this season, and looking forward to having another rowdy crowd as Cecilia comes to the Bill this Friday night. We're going to talk about them here in just a second, but first let's get to some of our weekly honorees. We had a couple of players of the game that were sponsored by Origin Bank. If you look at there, and it's A.J. Allen, 188 yards and a couple of touchdowns, not bad. And then that's Matthew Fobbs-White there on the defensive side.
Oh, yeah, Matthew Fobbs-White had a great game the other night. When they do totaled up all the points, he by far in the lead. And, A.J. had a great night. He had 19 carries on 188 yards. He touched it 19 of the 31 plays we had. So, and that's going to continue. It doesn't matter who we play. Yeah. He's going to touch it quite a bit. And he's, very, very good with the football in his hands. So we're going to let him have it.
Well, it's something that you talk about identities, and you found that identity early on. And it's when you got one of the best running backs in the state, if not in the South,
got to give him the ball.
Give him the football. And he is very talented. And you got one of the most talented lines in the country. You're going to have to rely on them from here on out. You've been relying on them all year. No time to stop now.
And they've answered the bell each and every week. And, AJ's answered the bell. And so we're just going to continue what we've been doing and, try to mix in a little bit of bread every now and then and throw it a little bit here every now and then. But he's going to touch it quite a bit.
Well, and let's talk about, not only just the guys there, but you got your scout teams, especially as we get deeper in the playoff. They become more and more important. So we've got a few honorees. There are a lot of Bills shirts in there, but let's get to them.
Well, look, trying to match what Karen Crow does each and every week.
Yeah.
These sophomores here and Blade and looks like Tyler Brown.
Yeah.
Southern and Lil Campbell.
Yeah.
Thomas, did a great job doing that last week and gave great effort. And it helped our defense out tremendously over the week. And, we brought them up after their freshman season along with some other ones. And, they've done a great job. And they're getting hopefully they'll get 8 more weeks of practice. And after their season, and we'll have them ready for next year.
You brought up, like you mentioned, a couple, probably would have been, was it about 13 or 14 freshmen total to carry, which is good. Last year, not able to do that. This year, you get some of those. It's a big freshman class.
Oh, yeah.
You guys,
talented.
You guys
they got good linemen, good skill guys. And, we talked to them, earlier in the year, right after their season ended. And, we explained to them how important this is. It's kind of like a bowl game for colleges. You're going to get, another month and a half of practice. So, right now they're working on about 5 weeks of extra practice. If we make it all the way to the end, that'll be another full season of practice that they've had. And they'll be sophomores when it comes time next year.
Ready to go, especially for the spring. They get a lot of extra reps, and it's not just on the field, it's on the practice field that these long runs make a difference. All right, Coach, so Cecilia, we look back. I'm sorry.
Our Browns player of the week,
That's
Jamie
right.
Hinden.
Yeah,
Jamie Hinden. It's his second time to get it. He picked us off a couple times last week and had a really good week of practice. Want to make sure we recognize him.
But that's right. I'm sorry. I'm getting
okay.
quick. You had all those bills out there.
Had a lot of bills.
But Jamie Hinden, congratulations. So, Coach Cecilia, we went look back in the old annals, and I can't find where we've played Cecilia.
I don't think we've ever played them.
I don't think we've ever played them. And they're come in, I believe, 11-2 on the year. Not far, we mentioned, about 14, 15 miles from Karen Crow. This is a team that won a 3A state championship, I believe, in 95. They were runners-up in 92 and 93. They came to 4A, I believe, in 2009, and that's where I was going. I knew I'd seen them, and, we were down there. They won a state championship the same year. The Tigers won the 5A state championship. They moved to 4A in 09. Since then, they've had some success in the playoffs. I believe the furthest they've gotten is in the quarterfinals, and this is the second time. That was back in 2017, the last time they got to the quarterfinals, and here they are here in 2021 in the quarterfinals facing you guys. And, tell us a bit about these guys.
Well, Coach Skanes, he's been there, I think, 2 years maybe. Done a great job of turning it around. I think they were down for a couple of years, and he's come in and really done a great job with those guys. They got some really good skill guys and some good good defensive linemen. And, they do a great job moving the football. Offensively, they're really good on the offense because they have a lot of speed. And as I look here at their schedule here, they've put up 60, 40, 40, 40, 54, 48, 41, 41. So they've put up points all year. So, our defense definitely be tested. But the one thing I get is they're very balanced. They run the ball really well, and then they throw it. It's about 50-50. So they're pretty balanced. And the one that makes this whole show go is
Swallow.
Alex Swallow.
Yeah, there you go.
He's their quarterback. I'm glad you said that because I was supposed to hit it with
Number 10.
Solial or something.
But
Alex Swallow.
He's a senior, a decent-sized young man. He was hurt mid-season, had a ruptured spleen.
Oh, man.
And came back a few games ago, and I think it was the freshman, Diesel Solari, the running back that kind of spared him while he was out running the football.
Well, speaking of Diesel, he's got some wheels now.
He does.
And he's quick as a cat, and, he gets the ball quite a bit on offense, and then when he doesn't get it, Jermone Davis gets
Jermani Davis. That's right, yeah.
Jermani Davis, 22, is a pretty good running back, too. And then they've used 4 or 5 different wideouts in there.
The number 7 kid I've seen out there, he's a safety and a wide receiver, Cade Poirier. And they've got, you're right.
The defensive lineman, too, number 8 and 44, both really good. Blake Stevens, 44, defensive end, plays slide inside and play tackle. And then their nose guard is Kendrick Alexander, number 8. Both are really good-sized kids. They both move well, use their hands well. But the district MVP on defense is Ridge Collins, number 28. He's a linebacker. He's a good player. But, they use 9 is in there. Andrew Simon, he's a linebacker. And then 16's a defensive end, Bronson Pat. And, they use a lot of guys on both sides of the football. So, they do a really good job of getting the ball in the people's hands that need to get it on offense. And then defensively, they try to play their strengths. They play man coverage. They play some cover 2, and they kind of disguise it, depending on who's in on the defensive line and that kind of stuff. And they just do a good job. Coach Gaines has really turned it around. And, definitely our defense is going to have their hands full, and then we're going to have to keep the ball away from them as much as possible Friday night.
Yeah, it's a different type of scheme than you faced in Carencro.
Right.
Carencro, 2 tight ends. We're going to run it at you and go. You said they're a little bit more balanced than that. You see the quarterback Swallow has thrown for around 1,500 yards and rushed for around 600-700 yards.
Right.
He runs it, and he missed a couple of games.
Oh, yeah.
They play. Their district is Beauchene,
Opelousas, Livonia, North Vermilion,
Breaux Bridge, right in there. So
and we know Breaux Bridge well.
Yes, yeah, we played them. Their only losses came to St. Martinville, who's still in the AAA playoffs, and Notre Dame of Crowley, who is one of the best private school teams down there. Notre Dame, that was just – it was kind of they only scored 3 points. That was probably their lowest total.
That was the first game that
the quarterback was hurt.
He was hurt. He didn't play against Crowley, and he didn't play against – he didn't play against Notre Dame, and he didn't play against Breaux Bridge. So, they had a little trouble moving the football. And Notre Dame's a really good football team. And, Coach Cook does a tremendous job down there. He's won it numerous times. And, they've played a good schedule. Denham Springs, just
5A school.
Lost to Ouachita there in playoffs. They beat them, scored 48 points on them. And, the biggest thing I told our kids today was, we don't know them. They're not one of the guys that we all know. And I don't know their coach very well. None of the other coaches know their coaches very well. So, their thought process, their scheme, what they're trying to do, and the fact that we've never played them before, our kids are kind of in a we don't know them.
Yeah.
So, that's the biggest question I have is, we've got to come out, execute. The kids have got to watch more film this week than they've watched all year because of the unknown that we don't know of them very well. Do they have a bunch of trick plays that we hadn't seen on film, that kind of stuff. And the unknown is my biggest question about this week, and I think it's our kids because we don't, we hadn't been able to go, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. So just the unknown of not really knowing them very well, not familiar with their schemes, and that's our biggest question mark right now with them.
Well, they've come in there. Coach Skanes is, I think, 1 win over 500 since he took over, but he saw that progression after. They lost a legendary coach, and forgive me for my brain's not working right now. He's the one that led them to those state championships and there in the 90s, and I think they had one more between him after he retired and Coach Skanes had come in there. But he's definitely done a good job. He's got him his Bulldogs in the quarterfinals of the 4A playoffs, and we were talking this today, what type of crowd, and it looks like they're going to bring a good crowd. We hope so. We enjoy a great atmosphere at Bill Ruppel Stadium.
And for those Cecilia people watching, it's going to be a happening now. It's going to be a lot of people on both sides, and don't miss out. You can get your tickets at your school, and for the Neville people, they can get theirs Friday night.
6 o'clock.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We sold tickets 3 to 6, and then you can get on Friday starting at 6 o'clock before the game starts if you hadn't got yours already.
Yep, Friday night at 6. They will be there for your season ticket holders who didn't get it. So get with them. I'm sure some of the ladies in there have been hounding a few to make sure to get those tickets. We need as many butts in the seats as they can get there on Bill Ruppel. It's Thanksgiving, families in town. They might as well come out and watch the football game. There is a pep rally 6 o'clock tomorrow night in the auditorium. So we love to see everybody there. It's kind of a Neville tradition here on Thanksgiving if the Tigers are still playing, which is most every year around Thanksgiving. So looking forward to that as well. So, Coach, your last deal, you get a walk through tomorrow pre-pep rally.
No, it's post pep rally. We do it under the lights.
Y'all do it after
yes,
post
sir.
pep rally.
That's Coach McCarty did that, when he was doing it, and we're going to continue doing it. It's really one of the best walkthroughs of the year. I'm not advertising this, but I am. But we leave the gate open. You come in and watch.
Yeah.
From the stands, and we do some kicking and throwing, and walk through the game plan, and right after the pep rally. But that's just kind of a tradition that I really enjoyed Thursday night. Thursday night pep rallies on Thanksgiving, and the walkthrough afterwards always been a good one. So looking forward to that tomorrow night. It'll be a lot of people packed in the auditorium, and all the alumni comes in town. It's always exciting. So we'll probably blow it out tomorrow night.
Well, looking forward to the pep rally. Also, Friday night's game, 7 o'clock kickoff. We go live on the air at 6:30. You can listen on Sunday 98.3 FM or watch us on the Neville Tiger Network, on our website, all of our apps and everything else. But we'd much rather, especially everybody around here, in the seats at Bill Ruppel Stadium, cheering these young men and coaches on Friday night. Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Against the Bulldogs. We hope to see you next week to talk about the semifinal matchup. So thanks to everybody that's come out to Melvin's. Thanks to Will Anders and all of our guests here as well. For Coach Tannehill, I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night. Enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we'll see you Friday night from Bill Ruppel Stadium.